All right, this is gonna be plan to learn Japanese. So the first thing that I want you to do, part of our plan together, is to ask yourself, why do I want to learn this language? Now you might be asking yourself, why is this important? Jordan, this doesn't make sense. Oh, it does. Trust me. Because if you don't know why you're doing it, or you don't have a strong reason why you're going to learn this language, it's gonna be really hard to stick with it, because there will be times when it gets hard. There's gonna be times where you wanna quit. There's gonna be times where you're like, oh, I'm too lazy to do this. I'm gonna be real. Like, I happen to be in Spanish a lot. Like, oh, I feel like I'm not progressing. But I wanted it bad. I wanted to understand people in my family that didn't know English, right? So you want to find that one strong reason and just write it down or really memorize it, so that when you're struggling or it feels like you're getting nowhere, you can still go back to it and learn that language. Okay, so the first action I would do, step, now it might seem really drastic, but I would switch your phone into that language that you want to learn, or into Japanese, right? Now you might be like, Jordan, I'm not gonna understand anything. Good. I want you to struggle. I want you to look at your phone and be like, what am I looking at? That's good. You know why? Because that'll trick you. That will trick your brain into wanting to learn it even more. Like, what does this mean on my phone? I'm trying to change my settings. I'm trying to take a selfie. What is this? You know what I mean? That will inspire you more to learn katakana, hiragana, kanji. You will learn a lot faster if you're changing all your devices into that language. And you're not gonna understand. That's the beauty of it. You're not gonna understand. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, if you change your language, you're gonna understand. You're not gonna understand anything, right? So maybe, if you don't wanna switch your phone into Japanese, let's say you're on your Switch, you like playing video games, switch your Switch to Japanese, or switch your computer into Japanese, switch anything. Literally anything. You just wanna get yourself in that language, right? So that leads into our second step of the plan, right? So not only do you want to switch your devices into Japanese, you want to consume Japanese. Now I'm not saying like consume with like English subtitles. You've already been doing that. If you're watching this video, I guarantee you've already been doing that, right? I want you to watch Japanese without English subtitles. Yes, without English subtitles. You won't understand it. Look, the whole point of this is that you're not gonna understand it, okay? But eventually you will, right? No English subtitles. Because you know what? When you go to Japan, there's not gonna be English subtitles, okay? There's not gonna be a little bar like under each person saying what they're gonna say, okay? In I'm gonna be real. I mean, like that's just the truth, okay? That's just the truth. There's gonna be English. In Tokyo, specifically, mainly Tokyo, but only like 15% of Japanese people know English, right? So watch anime without the subtitles. Okay, immerse yourself into content. That is the most important. I will keep on bashing that. Work on your immersion, your listening. Just listen to it. Podcasts, Spotify, Duolingo. Listen, I know Duolingo is not the best language learning app. I've been using Duolingo since I've been in school for like 5 years. It has never helped me learn a language, except Japanese. I'm not gonna lie, I've been using their hiragana thing. There's like this little hiragana part for Duolingo. It is so good. It teaches you how to draw it. It teaches you the pronunciations. You're sleeping on Duolingo. So now, let's get into the actual learning portion of it, or the actual thing that will start making you learn. There's 3 alphabets in Japanese: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. So you need to learn katakana and kanji. Katakana and hiragana. Realistically, you can learn hiragana and katakana in like 2 days. Really 2 days. It's not a hard alphabet, but kanji, I'm not gonna lie guys, that's gonna take you years. There are Japanese people that don't know all of kanji. Like, I think majority of people don't know kanji. We are going to learn the first 1,000 common words in Japanese. Now I know, this might seem like a lot. 1,000 words, that's a lot. I probably said like 1,000 words right now. Like, It's not that much. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. You'd be like, oh, and, can, do, what, you know what I mean? Like, when, where, come, like, the simple ones. And once you know the first, like, 1,000, that's when you could really start absorbing that info. You're probably saying, Jordan, how am I gonna learn 1,000 words? I have this app. I'm about to put you guys on. It's this app called Anki. Yo, it's flashcards, all free. Well, on computer at least. I don't know why it costs money on phone. And you don't even have to do any of the work. You know what you could do? You can go online, look up like 1,000, the most common 1,000 words in Japanese, and download it for Anki, and you don't even have to input any of the words in the flashcard app. Literally, it gives you all of the 1,000. And you could have add-ons, you can customize it, you can do everything in Anki. And that will take you so far. That is probably the most important thing that I've said in this video. Download Anki. There is no reason why you shouldn't download Anki. It's free, and it's like this flashcard app that like has like different frequencies where it says again, hard, or good, easy. And depending on which one you click, depends on how often it shows, right? That will save you. That will save your life, right? So once you do this, you're listening to everything, you're doing the immersion, you have majority of language learning down. If you do that consistently, don't worry about grammar. We're gonna touch on that later. Don't worry about grammar. And I will stand by this. Do not worry about grammar that much, okay? It's not crazy. You shouldn't focus on grammar. It's just gonna confuse you. But if you worry about Anki, immersion, listening, everything, you have a lot of the battle down. The hardest part about Japanese isn't really the learning. It's about finding people to speak to, at least in my opinion. Because, especially if you live in the USA, right? The US and Japan are really far from each other, right? So you are going to have to make time to find people, right? Like, you could use apps like Tandem and HelloTalk. I personally really don't like it, only because they use HelloTalk kind of like for dating, and like, although you're not supposed to, people still do it anyway. It's like, oh, you're not supposed to watch this movie for free, but people do it anyway. It's like, people are gonna pirate, you know, what are you gonna do about it? Tandem, it's good, but like, the time zones are so different. You're probably gonna get like a, oh, hi, 15 hours later. Hi, how are you? 15 hours later. Good, how are you? Like, you're not going anywhere. Like, the foundational conversation speaking, it's not there because of how long it's taking, right? You have to stay up until like 12 a.m. just to have somewhat of a conversation of, oh, how was your day? Good. Oh, genki desu ka? Genki desu. Like, it's not really worth all that. So honestly, another free app that I think personally works better is VR Chat. And it is a video game on Steam. Now you might be looking at me crazy, like, bro, why'd I install a video game? Yeah, VR Chat isn't really like it's not like a traditional video game. It's literally this game built on talking to people, right? So download this game and start talking to people. It doesn't matter how good you are at the language. Just talk to people today, right now. Oh, I don't know anything. You look up phrases. Look up phrases right. There's no excuses. If you're already giving me excuses, you're not ready. You're not gonna learn it. You have to want it. You have to want this right now. Go online, go to VR Chat, talk to people right now. If they're not on, if no one's on, go to another server. Keep on switching until you find whatever people you want to talk to. They're nice. Like, if this is your first language that you're learning, people aren't mean. Like, no one's gonna laugh at you. And I needed someone to tell me this. No one's gonna laugh at you for wanting to learn about their own culture. And one more thing to touch off of before I end this video. The reason why you shouldn't worry about stuff like grammar is because that's more of the technical stuff. So learning the grammar of Japanese is just gonna confuse you, especially Japanese. It's confusing. So just start off with learning how to say stuff, and then later on in your learning process, that's when you should learn grammar. I'm not saying completely take away the grammar perspective of it. I'm just saying, just put it off for now, okay? When you get conversational and you wanna get from conversational to fluent, then you should worry about grammar, because that will take you to that next level. Thank you guys for giving me the time and listening to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you for clicking on this video, and thank you to those who made it to the end. I really appreciate you guys, bro. Thank you, and I'm excited. Like, you're probably watching this video like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, yeah. I am so happy that I was able to give that to you, right? Because I needed someone to tell me this, right? So now I can tell you this, right? A real conversation. I have no sponsors. I literally have 0 subscribers. Who would sponsor me? That doesn't make any sense. So this is just plain out, the most sincere, the most genuine. I'm not memorizing statements in Japanese to make you think that I'm fluent. No, because I still need to learn Japanese. So we're gonna learn it together. And trust me, I did my research. I've done my research for like 2 years. I know what to do to learn a language. So now, you know. So now you have everything you need. Let's start. And if you like these videos and you wanna live life, especially with me, you wanna see what happens, be sure to subscribe. And hey, I really appreciate you. Good luck on your journey, man. I know you'll love it. I'll see you later.